from this point forward, not only will the Taliban sustain this reduced violence, but actually reduce it further until we reach a total zero. There is no need to continue violence in Afghanistan and kill Afghan people.
Has that been agreed then? Because there seems to be some mixed messages coming out of the Taliban about whether that has or not.
I don't think it has been agreed in black and white, but I think it's an understood agreement that that would go and be the de facto from now on.
So your Afghan forces, they're on the defensive at the moment. They're not going to be launching any kind of offensive attacks on the Taliban?
Well, not right now, not against the Taliban, but if we see activity that we think is suspicious and is going to lead to casualties in the future or an attack being launched, we will definitely defend ourselves and our people.
And one of the other terms of this agreement was that there would be a prisoner release, up to 5,000 Taliban prisoners, before the intra-Afghan talks start. Will you be going ahead with that?
Well, we have sent a team to establish the initial contact, to negotiate both prisoners and other issues that are of concern to us. To the Taliban, their interest is in the prisoners' release, and we are happy to discuss that. But we also want to discuss other things like a total ceasefire. We're happy to negotiate any kind of release, but it would need to be part of a broader negotiation.
So not as an upfront confidence-building measure?
No.
But that's the terms of the US-Taliban agreement say that there will be at least some release before the intra-Afghan talks start?
Well, they talk about facilitating a discussion. There is no guarantee that we will release these prisoners without any benefit to the Afghan people.
And when it comes to the topics in the intra-Afghan talks, you're going to have this huge challenge of reconciling these two hugely different political visions for the future of the country. What are the red lines? Is democracy, the democratic process, a red line, or is that up for negotiation with the Taliban?
We think that the Islamic Republic has the capacity to absorb all kinds of political ideologies. We don't think there is another system that can absorb that. The Islamic Emirate can definitely not. When we go into the negotiations, we are open to a lot of things, but I think one thing that we are not going to compromise on is that our freedoms, our values that we have been sacrificing for.
A lot of Afghan women have particular concerns. What's your message to those women?
They have an ally in the government and the president of Afghanistan. They're not going to be ignored in this. We're going to make sure that their issues are at the front of any negotiations we conduct.